Hey YouTube, welcome back. I'm gonna apologize about the way I look here. I just got out of the gym, so I haven't had a chance to shower just yet. Hey, say hi to me. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Oh, over here. Sorry about that. Reason why I'm putting in a late video, I had to say this. It's about 10 p.m. here as I'm filming this. Uh, Mostly because of something that has been bugging me all day. So I follow a few weight loss YouTubers. One of the ones that I thoroughly enjoy watching is from ObeseToBeast, YouTuber who lost a tremendous amount of weight, talks about healthy lifestyles, healthy eating, does a bunch of vlogging, basically kind of what I'm trying to emulate here. And today's video that he posted has to do with a YouTuber by the name of Amberlynn Reid. Now, for those of you who don't know her, so apologize, it's Mia eating her bone, who don't know her, she was also, who considers herself a weight loss YouTuber, or rather that a YouTuber that was trying to document her weight loss journey. However, her journey kind of backfired from where she started. She started about 5 years ago. She's about 28 now, but instead of losing weight, she has gained a tremendous amount of weight. She's, from the last video that I watched, because apparently I'll get into that in a second, she's hovering near 600 at this point. Now, why am I bringing this up? It's just, after he mentioned her on his YouTube about how he tried to help her and she ghosted him, which basically, after doing some research, is her cycle. It is her MO of how she decides to do things. After he mentioned her, I watched a couple of videos of hers trying to figure out what the point was, and then I ended up just watching pretty much all day all her videos and all of these other YouTubers who have commented on her videos. And what her cycle is that she'll get very excited about a workout plan or a program that she started. And the most recent one in January was a meal supplement program called Optivia or something similar to that, where they basically gave her all of her meals, how many, and they structured a program for her, what she needs to eat, when she needs to eat, and they gave her the food. And based off the research that I did, a program like that is upward of $300 plus, so it's not a cheap thing to do. And she started off her first video, being very excited about it, and that's cool. I understand being excited about her new program. She lasted 3 days. 3 days on that program, and she started going back to binge eating. Not binge eating, just she quit the program. Now, the issue, because people can do that. It happens to everyone, where they'll get really excited about a program. Usually they'll last a little longer than that, but they'll go in and it's not for them, something's just not working, it doesn't fit their life for whatever reason. But 3 days, in my opinion, is not a huge amount of time. However, it's not the fact that she quit, it's the fact that it is a cycle for her. Going back in her videos, and all of her supporters will show you that she'll get really excited about a weight loss program. I think she's gone through 4 or 5 at this point. I'll have to double check that. Where she'll get really excited about a program, talk about that program. She's done like Weight Watchers, obviously Optivia, intuitive eating, other things that have just trying to lose weight, and I get that. It's important, because that's what I'm doing here. But she'll start the program and then find an excuse for why it won't work in her life, and stop it, and blame everything but herself for why the program or whatever it is that she tried to do failed. and then we'll post a video after about it to make excuses for why it didn't work and try to get everybody to feel bad for her, to try to like boost her up, support her, and all of these things. And I'm not gonna post any of her videos, any of her clips. If you want to look her up, go look her up, because that was a rabbit hole that I just dove right into. I literally spent all day today watching her videos, and watching reaction videos to her eating, and all the comments, all the other YouTube channels that have commented on her have talked about this. Now, I know some people would say like, "Hey, why do you care? It's not your life. You know, focus on you." And yeah, cool. I'll focus on me. I'll do me. I'll have it obviously because I'm sweaty and it's gross right now. But I had to say this because it was on my mind that I was so angry watching her videos, and I couldn't understand why somebody else's life was affecting me so viscerally. And I think what it is that I saw a lot of myself in what she was doing. I would have constantly made excuses, um, constantly trying to restart, you know, being like, hey, I'll start on a Monday, I'll try to work out, hey, I can't do it this month, I'll try next month. You know, oh, I ate bad today, so I'm just going to eat bad for the rest of the week. Or not even eat good at all. You know, I'll drink the 6-pack of beer, I'll eat this entire pizza. And restarting after failing is not a big issue, because people make mistakes, people have setbacks, like I had talked about in an earlier video, but it's always about getting back onto that. And a lot of people who have also tried to lose weight before will always say, you know, I made a mistake, so I had to start over, and that's okay. Starting over is okay if you are acting in good faith, if you want to lose the weight, if you're trying, you know, and making progress. But she went from 300 something pounds to over almost 600. That's not even trying anymore, in my opinion. That is a regression to the point of where she's going to die. And like I was saying, the reason why it bothers me so much is that's what I used to do. I would make excuses as to why something wasn't working. You know, it's not my fault. It's this or that. I'm not working out enough. But it wasn't until I started blaming myself for my failures, because I had no one else to blame but myself. I wasn't the one who was adhering to my diet. I wasn't the one that was adhering to my workout schedule that I set for myself. I was my biggest obstacle. And that's what she needs to figure out too, that she is her own biggest obstacle. She is her own enemy, and she's eating herself into a grave. When I talked about my first couple of videos, my triglycerides were in excess of 1,200. And for those of you who don't know, that is considered a normal triglyceride level is anything less than 150 milligrams. Mine, like I said, were in the 1,200s, which means I was about to die. I could have had a heart attack at any time. I could have had severe organ failure, issues that could have been irreversible, that could have been fatal. And that woke me up. You know, it took the love and support of my family to be like, the tough love of, hey, you're gonna die. You need to do this. You need to go, because we don't want you to die. To go and officially like really realize I hit rock bottom and be like, I need to make a change myself, and that's exactly what I had to do. And I think also part of that is that I had definite goals. I knew what I wanted. I knew that for, like I said before, my initial weight loss besides getting healthy was, hey, I want to look good for my sister's wedding. I had a set goal date. I needed to lose as much weight by this time, but also change my lifestyle habits, my eating habits for beyond that. And then after my sister's wedding happened, I realized I needed another goal, which is what I set for myself for May. May is MegaCon in Orlando, which I'm super excited for. I'll be making some videos shortly about how my cosplays are coming along, and I realized that May is a great goal date as well, but my overall goal is for cosplay to do and look the best at it. So it's going to be a continuous thing. It's not a stopping point. It is milestones. It is goalposts. These are things that I have to keep hitting. I can't be like, oh, I hit my cosplay date in May. I can stop doing what I want to do. I gotta still live a healthy life and do future cosplay. So I can't regress, or else I won't be able to do what I want to do. And I think it's something that she doesn't have. She doesn't have something that she's passionate about. She talks about her vlogging that she's passionate about. That's great, but she just sits around all day doing that, and she doesn't really have to work out for it or be healthy. And so what I was saying is that she doesn't have anything that she's super passionate about that will want to make her stay alive. And it's just frustrating to see somebody eat themselves into a grave. And what's even more frustrating is that the amount of followers that she has, I think she has over 100,000 subscribers at this point, that all of her comments, all of her followers are begging her to do something, to change something properly, to either go to the doctor, get properly diagnosed with whatever it is that she has, to see a dietitian or to have a real diet plan, to see a psychologist or psychiatrist to see what it is, what mental blocks are stopping her from doing what she says that she started off doing. And these are things that, as having a support system, like I have my family and my friends, she has an entire community of people that want to help her out, but she refuses to do it for whatever reason. She keeps making excuses, and like I said, it resonated with me so viscerally, because that is exactly the person I used to be. And I just had to make a video about it because I want you guys to know that first of all, what she's doing is not okay. She is eating herself into an early grave. What I was saying before about my triglycerides being so high, that was almost at 300 pounds. 300 pounds. And I was still active. I run sports, but my eating habits were atrocious. I did not work out as much as I could have worked out, but at least I was trying. I wasn't succeeding, but I was trying. She is almost 600. She is double my weight. What would have been my weight. And I know if my triglycerides were that high, that I was pre-diabetic, that I was having all of these health issues at almost 300. I can't imagine what is going on in her body at 600. Hovering 600. She doesn't post anything. She says she's 560. That's, my opinion, she's probably closer to 600, but until we get a proper weigh in, then we won't really know. But at 600 pounds, her body is fighting her. She is eating herself into an early grave. We are the same age. She's 28, I'm 28. And to know and see that that's the person I could have been, that could have been my future if I hadn't stopped and taken a hard look at myself and what I was doing to myself, and my family, my friends hadn't said, Eric, you're going to die. We don't want you to die. That without that, that's who I could have become. And what's even worse is that she has this community, like I said before. She has a girlfriend that I believe wants to help her. She has friends that I believe want to help her as well, but for whatever reason, she keeps finding every excuse not to succeed. And I just want you guys to know, and the reason I'm making this video is it's not to bash on her, because I hope she figures it out. I hope that she loses the weight, that it will be an amazing journey to see somebody lose 400 or 500 pounds, from her to drop from that 600 to a healthier weight. You know, and I wish her nothing but the best, and I hope that she succeeds. I hope she gets the help that she needs. But I want you guys to know that it's okay to fail, but to not make excuses for yourself. To do what needs to be done in order to get to where you want to be. If that means weight loss, if that means career-wise, if that means relationship-wise, love-wise, take a good hard look at yourself. See what you're doing wrong. Can't blame anyone else but yourself. You are your biggest enemy, but you're also your biggest supporter. So take a look at yourself, see what you're not doing right, and make those changes. And changes are not easy. Don't think that there's a easy way to make these changes. It's not a lose weight fast type thing, or make $1 million tomorrow type thing, or if you say these lines you'll get the girl. There is no easy way for you to go on your journey. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll actually get to your goals, because you can take a good hard look at what you're doing and make the necessary changes. And that's really all I wanted to talk about right now. I'm gonna go shower because my dogs don't even want to hang out with me. And what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead, leave a comment down below on what you think can be done, or what your thoughts on it are completely. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to continue watching me on my journey, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more videos shortly. Thanks, YouTube. Take care.